How's it going, YouTube? Give y'all a quick rundown. As you know, I have one of these already. I see one, we went ahead and grabbed another one. So this is what it came with. A Rs4. It's an XtM X-Cellerator. Has all the components. It was for a good deal. But what I want to do, I got foam tires on it, so this will be probably the street one. What I want to do is go through this motor and see if I can find it needs a clutch bell and a flywheel. So see if I have one that'll fit up there, and then we can go from there. So let me get this motor down, tear it up real quick, and clean all this stuff up. It came with this remote as well, but I'm not gonna run this, so alright, y'all, stay tuned. Alright, YouTube, so I had to go through the diff. The diff was messed up. I fixed that. The clutch bell, this is still slightly rubbing, but it freed up. What else we had to do? It was quite a work. I need a filter. I ran it right here on the bench. It ran good. So the reason I went with this OS12 is because this one has a back plate, and not because of the back plate I went with it. It's because it was a short shaft. So what I mean by that, let me go ahead and grab an engine and show you. So when you're running one of these type of cars, you can't run, just for instance, a shaft like this one, because it would be too long. And the clutch bell will come way out. So the reason they cut these is to run in like two-wheel drive RC GT10 stuff like that. So something like this would work in this car perfectly. The clutch bell will come out to about right here, so when the motor sits, boom, it's perfect, just how this one is. So this shaft and that shaft is pretty much the same. So the motor that came with this car had a long shaft. It was cut a little bit, but I could still fit a 2-speed up here. So I said, before I go cut it or mess with this one, I'm gonna just save this excuse me, I'm gonna just save this motor and try it in the Rs4. I opened this motor and I seen that the crank in here, compared to this same 12 in all of them I'm running, the crank really doesn't have no work done. So it's just look like that. I actually polished that crank myself, but it don't have no work done to it. So now if I could show you the one that's in here, it is cut down real nice. It has the bevel in the middle, everything. I even put this crankshaft up with this crankshaft, and this one was bigger, had a bigger hole. The cylinder, the port work on the cylinder, the sleeve wasn't amazing, but it was, everything looked better than this motor. So I think he runs one of these. Sammy runs one of these motors too, and it definitely kicked my ass. So in the next video, so I did some changes, right? I'll get to that. But anyway, so we got everything lined up. It was let me tell you, it was an issue getting this clutch bell and this pinion to line up. I'm actually think the mesh is kind of too far off, so I'm gonna fix that. But as far as everything else, this car has the same pipe and everything. I might change the pipe. I might even try this one. The only thing is it has a little hole, but I might try that one because it comes right out on that side, nice and perfect. So we will see. It definitely, and this pipe right here is universal. So if you flip it on the other side, you can use it the same way. So and let me just show y'all. So this shaft right here, you can't even find these no more. But this axle in the rear, it's bent. So I'm getting a wobble. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm getting a wobble. So that's that. But everything else is working out. We got the motor in. I definitely want to run it. I might run it with that bent shaft. If not, I borrow one from the other one. But I don't know. I haven't seen no extra shafts nowhere. Just the shafts. I've seen whole park cars, but not the shafts. So yeah, got foam tires all around. So we definitely want to try this out like a parking lot. Everything is set up. I need another receiver for the Spectrum. So right now I'm using Traxxas. I got a bunch of these laying around. So I'm using that right now. But everything is on point. I gotta actually reverse the steering, so gotta look up a video on that. But other than that, everything else is on point. Now we want to see what this it just does with this motor up here. But my plan is to put a bigger motor, whether it's the 15 or a 2.5 or something like that in here. And we'll see what happens from there, because the other one has an 18, so I don't want to go down, but we will try a 12 in here and see how it rips and get on. So y'all stay tuned for that, and stay tuned for the run video. I'll throw the Rs4 on the bench and just give you a quick rundown. All right, just to bring you an update on this car. I remember the last time out, I was showing Sammy something on it. I let my hand off of the steering wheel and then went into the curb and broke this. I fixed that. I don't even put this car on the shelf unless it's fixed. So, for one, I changed the pipe. I had let me actually show y'all. I had this pipe up there. So if you just could see the difference, like, for one, this pipe is fat all the way up compared to something like this. I'm thinking this is I don't know if this is an on-road pipe. I'm thinking this is an off-road pipe, because it was made for like the 2.5s or the 3.3 T-Maxes and stuff. Those are off-road monster truck. This is more on-road pipe. So what my plan was to run it with this pipe and this air filter, because I did have a different air filter. Now this is the OS air filter, so it has a good wide hole filter and everything. So compared to the other filter I had, I think I was not getting enough air, should I say. So now that I did all these changes, I haven't even ran the car. So I changed the air filter, I changed the muffler, and my plan was to run it on the GPS to see what it would give me now, even though I never did it with this and the old air filter. So let me know what y'all think. If I should go back, put this back on, the old air filter, run it, see what the max is, and then switch over to this filter, see what the max is, and then we're gonna put this little bad boy in there. So everything should just drop right in. I'm hoping that this shaft is not cut too short, because then I would get binding in the gears. So then this would only be good for like a single speed. But I'm hoping that it works for this, because I really want to try this out and see how this carry on. But other than that, that is the plan. To let me know what y'all think. If not, I'm not gonna waste my time. I'm gonna just run this setup how it is and see the max it give me. And if I change and get this motor fitted, or put another motor in here or whatever, I'll see what the mile per hour is then. Also, I have another one, but I'm gonna buy a carbon fiber chassis, and I want to make it a big block, but it's gonna be a 0.21 that can fit small blocks in that nitro. Me and Benji already talked. He got $50. He got $50 he set on his car. He's building his car up too, so we'll see. Hopefully we can get a video of them when we run. But yeah, for right now, this one is running. But I think I'm actually just sit here and change the motor, see if I can get it to fit, and then go from there. So, all right, y'all, update y'all with anything else. All right, YouTube. So, took the motor out, right? But just wanted to show you something that I didn't even notice. One of my clutch springs was broken inside of the clutch. So it really wasn't even, I don't know if it was the clutch doing that or what, but I probably wouldn't even be able to run this until I find some clutches because I don't got no spare springs for a temp scale. So we'll see, y'all. We'll see. Just wanted to bring you that quick update. All right, how's it going, YouTube? So we out today. It is a nice day out, so I know I'm gonna have to play with this tune. So I'm gonna throw the air filter up there. I did do some touch-ups. I thought this axle CVD, if you heard it in the video, I thought this was bent. It was actually the tire. He had put like a hook in there to hold up, but I just put a longer Losi pin in there and it worked. I'm also trying the Novarosi pipe, the 50221. See how that works. I haven't ran it yet since I got it. So with the 12, I want to see how this car does. I am gonna put the, if it works, the GNSS up here to see what we can get. But other than that, I'm just gonna generally run it, see how this motor holds up, because this motor does have a little bit of play in the rod. So we'll see what happens with this. But either way, I just want to see how it runs with this 12, and then I'm gonna either upgrade it or throw the other 12 in here or figure something out with this. So y'all stay tuned. Let me get it fired up. Not holding an idle. Alright, again. So what I did was leaning out a little bit of a turn, both needles. Drive it around and see if it shuts off again. Might have to come down with the idle now. Oh man, my motor loose. Ah, I slipped the steering. Son of a bitch. I just got it idling after I tightened up the engine. I want to see if it gets loose again. And I just got it running to make sure it's not overheating. Like a half a turn. Cut off right on me. So it has a Traxxas. Just bring it in next time to make sure the motor's not loosening up. I can't remember if I tightened it up or not. She good. I think that idle could come down, but I can't really adjust my trim rate, so I think that's what's messing with me. As I got into it, I don't know, I might get rid of this motor and put another motor in there, because this one ain't running right. That was gonna happen. So one of my clutches, spring on this broke. I probably told you in an earlier video, but that's why I think it's changing different, because it's engaging faster with this clutch. This is like a Traxxas style clutch. Got a little popper, so it sounds a little rich. Tighten the brake up, it seemed a little too tight now. It's not a two-stage. I think I'm getting pulled back too much.
Sammy!